everyone, I'm back at LaunchStarz. So this season, we're teaming up to learn what it takes to launch something real, and maybe even make our show go viral in the process.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Hi, welcome back.
Thank you. So I've been thinking a lot about what we can actually build in this challenge. We're not launching a product, and we're not a tech startup. What if our educational program itself was a product?
Exactly, that's a real thing in the startup world. It's called building in public.
Yeah, you can actually use that product to test it, to experiment with it, and most importantly, share it.
Okay, here's what we'd like to try. Grow our Instagram followers from 10K to 15K in 30 days, hit 10,000 views on one of our reels, and boost our YouTube engagement on our shorts.
Perfect. These are clear, measurable, and totally aligned with your mission.
Well, let's go to your 3 goals. First, goal 1, followers. Goal 2, views. And goal 3, YouTube engagement. With these 3 goals, this is your version of an MVP, a minimum viable product. Start simple. For reels, fast edits, bold hooks, and make sure you provide value in the first 3 seconds.
Also, post consistently. Even small creators can blow up with one great post because they keep showing up.
I'm learning so much already. Time to bring this challenge back to the team.
Okay team, get ready. We are the startup. Our show, our program. This is what we're growing. We'll be testing out strategies, posting content, tracking results, and learning how to build our own brand. This is the Startup Bootcamp. Media Edition, everyone.
This isn't just about views. It's about learning how to tell our story, reach more people, and make this program grow with us.
Get ready to rewind. It's time for our favorite throwback moments. Please enjoy.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. How are you?
Wonderful. How are
Wonderful.
you?
Good. Awesome, awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. So first question, Addie and Brian. Y'all both grew up in the Orange County area, right?
Yes, sir.
So could you tell us about yourself and also how you got into the industry?
Okay. We have a little backstory. We'll just take it from ground zero. So, growing up, our parents immigrated from Vietnam during the Vietnam War, right? And we grew up in a project home in Garden Grove with all my cousins, all my aunts and uncles. Eventually, my parents started working at the swap meet, and then we were put to work at a very young age. So just, I think, growing up and seeing that work ethic at a young age, that really instilled hard work into us, you know?
Right.
And I would say we still carry that up until today, you know? And during the time, we would, while my parents were working, sometimes we would be at home. My dad, he would go to the video store and rent hella kung fu films, VHS, all the TVB movies, and we would watch that day and night on the TV. And at the same time, we were being bullied at school just because for some reason we always stood out. We were always the weird kids. And when you get bullied like that, and you watch kung fu films and you see Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, underground, and you're like, you know, like 20 guys, it does something to you, you know?
Right, exactly.
It's inspiring.
Right.
And it all started there pretty much.
Yeah, for us, it's natural inspiration. So we always knew, watching those heroes at a very young age, we always knew we were inspired, and we knew that when we grew up, we wanted to be like the heroes we saw on screen. And we didn't really, we knew we wanted to do something greater.
Right.
We wanted to inspire, but we didn't really know until like around high school.
Oh, I see.
Until we really had to start thinking about our futures, our careers. And I didn't get to tell this story that often, but in high school, we had a career day. And there was this YouTube sensation. His name was Zen Wuku. He's the famous urban ninja. At the time, it was the viral ninja video. He would be running around with ninja masks.
He goes to the mall, does flips and everything.
And he went to our school during our career day, and he was doing flips at my school, and I was like, man, I thought this was wires this whole time. And so when I saw that you can actually do this stuff in real life, that's when we were like, yo, we can actually go for it. And so starting in high school, that's when we were like, hey, let's just pursue martial arts full time.
Right.
And let's see where it takes us. And that's where the dream started. And moving on later, we met Daniel in college.
Right. So, how about you, Daniel? How
Yes.
did you start, and then could you tell us about yourself too?
So they grew up in Orange County. I grew up in the South Bay of California. I Very similar to them, where my parents immigrated to America from Hong Kong. And also in school, I was overweight as a child.
We were the
and
losers. But not me though, only them.
As a child, I was chubby, so I was picked on, and also I was Chinese. And I grew up in an area where it's mostly Caucasian people, so a little bit of prejudice growing up. So I grew up with a constant question, why am I treated like this? And how do I stimulate myself so that I can believe in myself and be proud of myself?
Right.
And I think I found the answer when I first saw Bruce Lee. I saw the movie Enter the Dragon. My parents were watching in the living room, and the way he moved, the way his confidence, his strength, and the way nobody picked on him.
Right.
And I realized I wanted to be like that.
Right. How old were you then?
I was 5 years old when I saw that
wow.
movie. Yeah. So I asked my parents, "Can I learn kung fu?" And they're like, "Nope, you're too slow." And then I think they meant slow physically and slow mentally. And I'm like, oh. But growing up in school, because I was overweight, they realized instead of playing video games, maybe it's better that our son practice martial arts. So I would say one of the most memorable and life-changing moments of my life was the second I stepped into this very building. And my life kind of began in here. It was actually 20 years ago, almost to the day, where I stepped into this building and started my martial arts training. And I think that changed everything. That's what gave me direction in life. And that's what made me focus on martial arts in college, and that's what led me to these two.
Wow, what a fantastic stories, man.
Welcome to our home.
Oh, wow. and Ryan and Andy, you both worked in film Shang-Chi and also Everything Everywhere All at Once, right? So with actually Michelle Yeoh and James Lee Curtis. So what was the experience like? Could you tell us about it? Like working with them?
Something about Martial Club that people should also know, we're not just martial arts movie fans, our guilty pleasure is horror movies. So having the queen of martial arts movies and the queen of horror, the scream queen together working in the same film was pretty freaking surreal for us. Yeah, and you know, and beyond that, like working with Michelle, like we grew up, we watched all her movies. Like we have not missed a single movie.
Right.
From her. We know every kick and punch she's thrown on
Right.
screen.
Every shot.
And we would, you know, working on the films, like when we got to, on Everything Everywhere All at Once, we would choreograph. We would try to like throw, little homages here and there.
Homages and throwbacks that she's done in other films.
Yeah, for the fans.
Yeah.
That she would be like, I've seen this move before. Which movie did I do it in? I'm like, I know.
Oh my gosh, you know better than she does. Basically, I remember that. That scene, that movie.
I would never say that in front of her, but we can say it in front of the camera. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And then moving on to Shang-Chi, working with like Yun-Hua, who's one of the Seven Fortunes, coming up with Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Bin-Bill. I would have conversations with him about like all the Hong Kong films. I would just pick his brain, like, oh yeah, did you really double for Lau Gao Wing and My Lucky Star on the stunt? And we were just like very, very how do you say it? Trivia questions with him. I would pick his brain and try to get all the knowledge I could. And yeah, just working with veterans, it's like the simple fact of watching them on screen to sharing the screen with them on the same frame is pretty nuts.
Right.
So
yeah, sounds really exciting.
We're like till this day, we're still trying to we're like, yo, is this real? Like we're still trying to, convince ourselves like this is real. But,
Right.
Yeah.
And then right now you've been working on so many videos, video games, and movies and TVs. So, but I want to ask each of you, what production do you credit as your breakthrough moment for your current success? And then how did you seize the opportunity in the first place? Let's start with Brian. Yeah.
Sure. I wouldn't say it's any specific movie in general. I mean, I wouldn't say it's one project that led us to anything. I would say it's over all the years of hard work. Yeah, it's the journey that we had on YouTube and just our brotherhood together as Martial Club, Just going from video to video, grinding and learning so much through our work. I feel like that's what really it led up to it. I wouldn't say it's anything specific. Maybe just add on to that.
I agree. I'd say the journey is the whole package. And like Brian said, we learn a little bit along the way. Every time, every video, we get better and better. And I think that's just as an important part of the journey, or the breakthrough, as you say. But I will say the one the one movie that really like just skyrocketed us very recently would be Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah. Even though Shang-Chi came out first, the Daniels, the directors, Everything Everywhere All at Once found us first on YouTube.
We actually did that movie first before Shang-Chi, even though it came out like later. You know,
And for us, that's when we realized like we were doing YouTube all these years. Just we wanted to show the world what we can do and just express ourselves. We didn't really. Of course, it was a dream for us to like do bigger things, work on feature films and movies. But the reality didn't really hit us until the Daniels reached out to us and was like, "Hey guys, like we want to work with you guys in this movie, not only as actors, but we want you guys to choreograph because we want to bring this Hong Kong style martial arts back into the film industry." So for us, that's when it started to become a reality. So if we're talking that type of breakthrough, it would be Everything Everywhere.
Yes. Gotcha. What are you, Nana?
I believe same. Right?
Same.
Yes, it is the same actually. So I would say the answer is the same, but for me the reasoning is very unique. The project that did change it all for me, and I believe for Martial Club, is Everything Everywhere All at Once. For me, it was because I feel like for years I was living a double life. And that is, I was working full-time, more than full-time, in the oil industry, working not 40-hour weeks, but 70-hour weeks. And at the same time, I was struggling with my brothers forming Martial Club, trying to put martial arts back on the map. And eventually the balance of life becomes difficult and you feel like you're not giving yourself 100% to one and 100% to the other. Many people were telling me that based on how Martial Club's growing, you should focus on this. But there's the part of me that believes that I have to be responsible. I have to work a regular job, pull down a regular paycheck, and do these duties that society has imposed on me. But I started to realize when we worked on Everything Everywhere All at Once, Martial Club has something truly unique to offer to the world. And Everything Everywhere All at Once was the first platform where we truly got to display that for the world to see. And when I realized that we were dealing with that kind of potential with Martial Club, I owed it to not only the team, but to the world to focus full-time on this mission and bring martial arts to the world and teach people to live more abundant lives.
Wow.
So
fantastic.
all that came from working on Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Awesome, awesome. So for the next question, I'm kind of excited because I'm a fan of him. But y'all have worked with and interacted with Jackie Chan. So, and Andy, you actually worked and appeared with him, right?
Who isn't a fan of Jackie?
I know. So, and I heard y'all actually flew into China and went to the Jackie Chan school, right?
Yes, that was later.
That was later.
That was a later event.
That was a
Okay, that was a later event. But what was it like working and interacting with him, working with him? What was it like?
This is when I really believed that like over a bad period of time, something great comes out at the end. Because I was going through a streak of bad training sessions, and these guys know how seriously I take my training. And when I have bad training sessions, I'm really hard on myself. But it was after this one training session, and literally we got back in the car, we were driving back home. I got a phone call from Andy Chang, who's a Jackie Chan stunt team veteran. You've seen him cameo in Shanghai Noon, Rush Hour, Gorgeous, all like the golden era of Jackie's movies.
Right.
And he's a veteran of Jackie Chan stunt team, and he called me up, and he was like, "Hey, guys, like, yeah, I'm doing a Jackie Chan commercial, and I would just like you guys to come in, help do some choreography, just come have fun. Like, we just want your energy and your flavor." Well, he asked for me specifically, but I had the help of these two. So I called them up right away. He was busy at work, he was busy training, and these guys, especially him, never drops training for anything.
Never.
Like he
on
never
airplane
answers.
mode.
Yeah, but he's on airplane mode. I had to call the friend he was training with to be like, "Hey, get Brian on the phone. Hey, Brian, Daniel, meet me at this school right here. We got to choreograph some moves for Jackie for his commercial tomorrow." And they're like, we met up immediately right away, and like we had like all these sets ready to show him. We didn't know what to expect. Like I've never done a commercial before. Like we were just doing YouTube at the time. And so, yeah, we came onto the set next day, and little did I know, I jumped in and I doubled for him for a couple of shots, and I showed him the moves. But really, all we did was rehash the moves that we learned from him, watching from Drunken Master, like from 40 years ago.
Right.
And
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. It was a small commercial. It wasn't like I wasn't doing any crazy stunts and any crazy wire work. It was just the fact that we were just there rubbing shoulders with Jackie Chan, showing him like choreography, and he took it and he just made it better. So it's just like, and I told him, these are actually all your moves. He's like, yeah, from 4 years ago. And then he'll just do it, but then he'll just do it better, just because he's
Working with a legend.
Yeah.
Oh my.
The one moment I remember though was at the end of the shoot. I was in the hallway. I walked out of my green room, and he just comes up to me. He taps me in the shoulder. He said, "Next generation," and he kept walking down.
Whoa.
And then I looked down like this.
Right.
And that day, I had these guys waiting outside in the parking lot on set.
Ready to explore media scenes with Creative World.
From cameras to editing, hosting, and beyond, let's level up your skills and carve a path to that dream job.
We are here to cheer on everyone pursuing with their entertainment dreams.
So drop us a message at the link below and let's ignite your media journey.
家にあって安心。すぐに食べれていつでもおいしい家族の味方。昔も今もこれからも食卓を支える安心の味であり続けたい。白菊のさぬきやうどん。
What are you pointing out about the wing articulation?
So the wing articulation. So that you have like the joint kind of where you can flap the wings, but I'll demonstrate later of using the wire. Just admire the three heads. The neck articulation is outstanding. It's a lot better than the original 2019 release. So I think they use this technology to improve on the 2019. So you'll get a third variant soon.
Yeah, looks like a lot of looks like a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of movement in the necks here.
Yeah, and they hold in place unlike Monster Art, so you can do all these crazy like curves, and you don't have to worry about snapping the neck off and have to reattach it all the time.
No,
so they're pretty solid. Yep.
Now I take it the three heads are identical?
They look pretty identical to me. I've been someone mentioned on a YouTube review or something that they're different, but I was looking for difference. I don't really see anything. I mean, maybe there's some slight difference, but to me they look identical.
Yeah, I assume what I saw at Toy Fair was the prototype. They looked, as far as I could tell, they're pretty identical to me.
Yeah, and in the movie, the 91 design, they should be identical. It's only the 2004 Kaiser Ghidorah and the 2019 King Ghidorah have different heads. But
yeah, there they are. Yeah. I like how he's looking from the profile.
Open mouth. Yeah, it just looks amazing. As an action figure, I think the sculpt is incredible. Like it's one of the best King Ghidorah 1991 sculpting works that I've seen so far.
Oh yeah,
as accurate to the movie as you can get.
Yeah, and we'll do some comparisons coming up.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, those are some good looking. Yeah, those heads are looking really nice.
Yep.
You've got them.
I'm trying to look
nice
at the heads together to see if there's any differences, but to me they look the same. What do you think, Heisenberg?
Yeah, I think they look the same too.
Yeah, I'm just comparing the two heads, so you can see the chin, the teeth, the eyes.
I really like the detailing on them. I like all the texture on them.
Yes. Yep.
Here it is.
So you can use the flat head to direct the tongue.
Yeah, and I guess you're determined to have that tongue where you want it to be. Yeah. Because it looks like every time you close the mouth, the tongue's back on top, and then you gotta, if you want it down, you gotta move it yourself.
Correct.
Thank you for watching Creative World.
See you next week.
Hello, restaurant owners. Are you concerned about the cost of oil for deep frying? Would you like healthier and high-quality oil? Introducing BB-Fry, globally patented groundbreaking technology. 50 to 80% less oil absorption. Lighten oil like silky water. Frying time shortened. Delicious and healthy with less oil. For more details, visit bbfryglobal.com.